Greetings everyone. Today is going to be a review of graphing all the forms of a line. We do have a foldable for this. If you don't have it, make sure you at least have some graph paper for your notebook. All right, the first example we're going to look at is graphing from 2 points. Now, we didn't do an exact lesson on this because it's pretty basic in the sense of you're plotting 2 dots and connecting them. So if I plot this first dot, I'm at 3, -7. And if I plot my second dot, I'm at -6, 5. And we're going to, as always, connect and draw arrows on the end. Okay. So if we talk about the slope, if I ask you specific information, we can count that, right? Now you have a couple options. You could sit here and count on the graph. You could use the formula of y minus y over x minus x. It's up to you how you find that slope, okay? In this case, it does simplify down to -4/3. So m equals -4/3. Now to find the y-intercept, if I take a look, my line's not very good, right? So I can't just look and say, oh, I'm sure that's where it crosses. But I do know my slope is -4/3. So let's actually count that slope. From my purple dot, let's go down 4, right 3. Let's go again. Down 4, right 3. So by doing that, I have found the exact y-intercept. It is an exact point. So I can jot that down and say that my y-intercept, my b equals -3, or you can write it as 0, -3. Now in your notes, we do have a second example. I'm going to do the I do, you do method. So we did the first one, you try this one. All right, let's take a look at this next type of line. This is called standard form, but what we've been doing with standard form, right, is isolating y. We want to put it into slope-intercept form. So again, this is a review. If you need help with this topic more specifically, then you need to see the previous videos. That's why I'm zooming through this, is because this isn't new information. So now that y is isolated, I can say that my slope is -2/3 because I see that's the value in front of x. I can say that my y-intercept, my b value is 4, or I can write it as 0, 4. All right, we begin on the y-axis. So I begin at 4. And from there, I'm going to count down 2, right 3, down 2, right 3. Remember that the Mortvet rule is 5 or fill, so I do need to go the other direction to get that 5th dot. Again, I want you to try this one on your own and let me know if you have questions. All right, let's refresh our memories on graphing from intercepts. Remember, when graphing from intercepts, you want to keep the x and plug 0 in for y. When we do that, we can simplify and we get down to x equals 6, but we don't leave it that way. When x is 6, it was because the y was 0. Remember that? You need to write them as points. Let's try it the other way. If the x is 0, it's because I'm trying to find y. So I isolate y and I get a 4, but that's not how we write our answer. That's a point. When x was 0, the y was 4. So now I can actually plot these dots. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my x-intercept. 0, 4 is my y-intercept. It's on the y-axis. We have 2 dots that we can connect and draw arrows. And then for the slope, you have options here. You could, again, use the formula, y minus y over x minus x, see the previous videos if needed, or you could count your slope. It'd be a really easy counting job, right? Make sure if you do use the formula, you simplify, so we arrive at slope is -2/3. All right, you try this one out, same method. All right, our last reviews of point slope form. Again, if you need more help, see the previous videos. But we know that the slope is always the number in front of x, so m equals -3. And in point slope form, it's easier because whatever is being added or subtracted from the x becomes your x value. Remember, we change the signs. Whatever's being added or subtracted to your y, change the sign, it becomes your y. So if I graph this, that means my point, my beginning point, is at 3, -2. Right 3, down 2. That is my point, my starting point. Then I'm going to count my slope, which is -3, so I think of it as a rise of -3 and a run of 1. Down 3, right 1. Down 3, right 1. Let's go the other direction. Up 3, left 1. Up 3, left 1. Let's connect those 5 dots. Draw your arrows, and we have our line. On this one, I would like to address this. On your note sheet, we accidentally put the same equation. This year, it might be fixed depending on your year. But if you would just, for now, if you need to change it to this equation, I am going to go over this one as well, though, to review the slopes. Excuse me, the point. So our slope is the number in front of x. Well, there's only a negative, but technically there's a 1, right? Let's take a look at the starting point. What's being added or subtracted to the x? Nothing. Nothing. Meaning I could add x and add 0 to x and it wouldn't change anything. The y says +2, so we're going to write -2. So that means I begin at 0, -2. That's my starting point. Remember how we did that? And then my slope is -1. That means down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. It's a perfect negatively sloping line. So again, if you need help knowing what numbers to use when they're missing, please take a look at the instructional video for that specific lesson. Alrighty, quick refresher. Don't need to jot this down if you don't need to, but remember that 0 divided by any number is just 0. So we write m equals 0. That's a horizontal line, right? Remember those explanations? If it says 5 divided by 0, your calculator gives you an error because that's undefined. Your m is undefined, which means it's a vertical line going through the x-axis. All right, again, if you need more help on any of these, see previous videos. As always, check out Google Classroom. Let me know if you have any questions, and until next time, have a good one.